Well, have you ever felt guilty about just how much time you spend online? Well, maybe you can change that by spending even more time online. Don't get too scared, Chris.
Yeah.
Don't get too scared. This week, as the Clinton Global Initiative is going on in New York, we thought it would be a good time to take a look at how social media can be leveraged for social good. Technology continues to change not only our ability to communicate, but also engage people at unprecedented levels and call them to action. Now, the Chronicle of Philanthropy recently asked 150 charities about fundraising online. 79 said they were trying it, but only one, National Multiple Sclerosis, said they were raising significant sums. Which social networking tools and techniques can work to get us more involved? That is the big question. Now, Soleil, you're obviously involved in all this. What are you seeing work and what doesn't?
You know, I think there's some fantastic people out there that are truly innovative. I look at I look at CrowdRise, for example, and for my birthday, I was able to use CrowdRise to raise awareness and to raise money for JPHRO, which was fantastic. I wanted for my birthday to send people there, and whether it was $20, $10, $50, people can make donations. And so I think the more innovative we get and the more we evolve in technology, the more social good. When I worked with the Alzheimer's Association, we were able to send 68,000 people in one day to their site, and those were 68,000 people that might have not otherwise been there. But they made it a competition, they made it fun, and to think of Alzheimer's and fun in the same sentence doesn't usually go hand in hand. But Terrell Owens and I got in a full-on like
and he was here
back
week.
and forth of, hey, I wear purple, but no, do you, I think that if you can engage them and use it as a call to action, that call to action is imperative.
Yeah, Chris, what are you doing to change the world?
Well, on my birthday, I just thought this is a great idea because usually on my birthday, I'm just trying to get free drinks. And I succeed.
Free water for people instead. How about that?
I didn't realize that you could do this, but
you can help others too.
It's just really interesting to see how social media is actually, you can take over a country. I mean, it's unbelievable how much change. We've seen in the Middle East recently. It's unbelievable.
How can people get your attention in terms of nonprofits and charities?
What speaks to you? What draws the heartstrings?
Is as little effort on my part as possible. Usually just clicking a button, if it's giving money, if you know what I mean, if it involves where I can still sit down and actually help out, I'm happy to do it.
I think when you look at nonprofits,
I'm being honest about my
no,
laziness.
we
want honesty and transparency.
When you look at, I think a perfect example of a charity that really has used social technology for good. If you look at Charity Water and how they have involved people. People want to be involved in making change, but they also want to be engaged. So I think that level of engagement with the level of awareness is so key. But also, you have to have a call to action. If people don't know what to do, then there's nowhere for them to go. So make them interact.
They've raised $43 million to date.
Well, that would be a pretty good
But another really successful campaign. Were you involved with TwitChange at all?
Yes.
So TwitChange was like an eBay action for people that follow their favorite celebrities on Twitter. They can mention them on Twitter, get them to follow them back.
And I'm still friendly with
and they were raising money to benefit Haiti. They were raising money to benefit Haiti last year, and they raised over $540,000. So that just shows how the convergence of celebrity and social media really does the trick.
And Twestival, the Twitter charity festival, I'm good friends with Amanda Rose. She's raised over $250,000 for different charities. So it is possible, but the thing is, it's not just about a retweet, obviously. And that's the thing, how do you translate it just from people retweeting and tweeting about it to actually raising money?
I think it's so hard to talk, like, again, that Alzheimer's example is such an amazing example of, you don't think of fun and Alzheimer's together, but if you can make it something that engages people and involves them, and almost, whether it's a gaming aspect, whether it's a polling aspect, we have to evolve, and we have to look at social good in a new light. And the more we engage, and the more we have a call to action, and the more we have the conversation going, the more people feel a part of it.
And speaking of gaming, there's now gamification being used to get people involved.
Yeah, social gaming for social good is a really hugely growing trend right now. There are games out there like Peacemaker, which has the players pretend that they are world leaders in Palestine and Israel and deal with real-world current events, getting the players really immersed in what's actually going on in the world.
Chris, does that undermine the issue at hand, having a game around these serious topics?
As long as I can shoot something, like Gears of War 3. But I just to be clear, if I'm following a super hot chick on Twitter and I buy something off of her Amazon wish list, that's not contributing to a charity.
Yeah.
Just to be okay.
I'm
not doing it right, obviously. obviously I am not doing
That's
this
a really
correctly.
good idea,
Because you know all these girls have their Amazon wish lists.
Well, instead of buying on
Fine.
Facebook that little flower next time, go to Facebook causes.
Right, exactly.
Send donate something to a charity.
There you go.
I'm just wondering what this has to do with looking at naked pictures on the internet. I'm trying to
So
make
we
the
need a
connection
site- You're
for
on to
myself.
So we need a site for nonprofit that revolves around that for people like you to get, engaged.
Yeah. That'll engage me.
All right, well, if you're interested in using social media to help, beyond those other sites that Chris mentioned, we encourage you to check out the Mashable Social Good Summit going on right now, as well as the list of suggested blogs and online resources on our blog at whatstrending.com. And of course, keep tweeting us, please, your thoughts and questions throughout the show at What's Trending using hashtag WTLive. Well,